The drug crisis in British Columbia isn't hidden in dark alleys, it's in plain sight, on our streets, in our parks. It's in the slumped figure outside the coffee shop, in the discarded needles that speak of desperation. We see it, but do we really see it? Or do we look away, uncomfortable with the raw reality? British Columbia is grappling with a wound that refuses to heal. The opioid crisis, fueled by fentanyl, is a constant threat. It claims lives with terrifying speed. Victoria, a city known for its beauty, recently witnessed 4 overdose deaths in a single week. 3 lives lost in mere hours, a stark reminder that this crisis doesn't discriminate. Vancouver, particularly the downtown east side, has become synonymous with this struggle. The human cost is immeasurable. Families shattered, communities torn apart. The statistics paint a grim picture. Thousands of lives lost each year, each number a person with loved ones, dreams, and a story left unfinished. But beyond the numbers, there's a deeper issue, a failure of our systems, and some argue a chilling indifference from those in power. This isn't just a health crisis, it's a social crisis, a crisis of empathy, and it demands our attention. The blame game is easy. Point fingers at the drug users, label them as criminals. But what about the societal failures that contribute to addiction? The lack of affordable housing, the inadequate mental health services, the poverty that traps people in a cycle of despair. Some point to the Minister of Public Safety and the Crown Counsel. They argue these officials prioritize the rights of repeat offenders over the safety and well-being of law-abiding citizens. There's a growing sense that the justice system, designed to protect, has become a revolving door. The recent recriminalization of public drug use in British Columbia has further fueled this debate. Was it a necessary step to curb open drug use, or a politically motivated decision that pushes vulnerable individuals further into the shadows? The debate rages on, with no easy answers. We, the public, are not blameless. It's easy to be indifferent when the crisis feels distant, when it's confined to certain neighborhoods or demographics. But indifference has a price, and that price is paid in human lives. It's only when the crisis hits close to home that the apathy cracks. A friend lost to an overdose, a family member struggling with addiction. Suddenly the issue becomes real. The human cost impossible to ignore, but this reactive approach is failing us. We need proactive solutions. We need to demand better from our elected officials. We need to challenge the stigma surrounding addiction. We need to recognize that this is everyone's problem. The debate around decriminalization is complex. Supporters argue it reduces stigma and encourages people to seek help. Critics say it exacerbates public drug use and normalizes addiction. The truth, as always, is likely somewhere in between. Harm reduction strategies, such as safe injection sites and naloxone distribution, are crucial. They save lives, but they are not enough. We need to address the root causes of addiction: poverty, trauma, mental illness. This requires a multifaceted approach: increased funding for mental health and addiction services, affordable housing initiatives, and a commitment to breaking down the stigma surrounding addiction. We need to treat this crisis not as a criminal justice issue, but as a public health emergency. The path forward is not easy, but it starts with acknowledging the problem, with listening to the voices of those most affected, with demanding better from our leaders, and with choosing compassion over indifference. Only then can we hope to heal this open wound. Only then can we build a future where every life has value.